Mike the Gooba Chew. I'm saying hello, friends. I'm here today to do some beading around these mirror heart, heart mirrors with horsies on them. Look at those beautiful little horses in there. And of course, I've got my colors all set out. It's going to be fun. Now I'm wondering, still haven't made up my mind. Do I outline the outline with gold, a rose gold, or do I do silvers? Hey, Susan, it's good to see you. I'm happy to see you in here. But I guess since I'm going to be doing sunrise colors, hmm, nighttime usually has like a silver lining, or the clouds have silver lining. Maybe I'll do it with a rose gold around it instead of just the gold color I got here. Here's the gold. I got the rose gold. I'm thinking the rose gold will look a lot. Look at the camera. Let's see what we got here. Because I've got red in it. I think the rose gold. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's there. It's up there. I think I'll do rose gold around the edging. But before I do that, this is what the mirrors look like before I put them on. I have to peel these little pieces off. And then there's the mirror. So while I'm beating this one, I'm going to be putting this one to the side so it can set and dry on the pellon. I cut my pellons at a 3x3. I've never told anybody what I've actually cut my pellons for when I do earrings, but I cut them by a 3x3. Some people do a 2x2, but I prefer a 3x3 because I have a certain, there is a certain edging stitch that I do that will ask for more room. And of course, I always have a toothpick on hand when especially when I do these, because I got to push them down, push the glue down into the little grooves of the horses. I did that with the butterfly as well. Push the glue down into them. But I don't know if you guys can hear the flute music. It's music that can be played here on YouTube while I do my streams. It's been a few times that it kind of like cut into my video, so I turned it down low so it can be heard and not interrupt. Okay, now the fun part is making sure I try to center that best I can. I grab a different toothpick and I clean it. I don't want to be trying to beat through that big lump of glue. Of course, I use E6000. So I've been on 3 days in a row. Yay me, right? I'm gonna try to do this, try to come on every day. I'm starting to get back into doing a little more beading again. I'm going to share with everybody. My family already knows. I waited until we told the family. But my husband was diagnosed with throat cancer. We do not know what stage he's in yet. But I'm going to be doing my beadwork, selling my beadwork, and this is to try to help cover for like fuel, traveling, and his insurance. will only cover so far for medication and things like that. I'm just trying to do my part in helping him, go through this and not worry about the small things financially. Friends that I wanted to tell are like really busy right now, so I don't want to bother them. I'm just letting everybody know here in the YouTube community, we are now a family, even though I have dear friends and everything come on. We are now doing the hashtag F cancer since my husband has been diagnosed. I said earlier that I'd be coming on every day so I could feed and these things will be up for sale. The earrings that I did yesterday, those will be a giveaway. They're my giveaway for coming back. Just open it. No, I may have to have Lily open it for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these rose gold. They're galvanized. They're a galvanized rose gold round Miyuki rounds. Thread. I do the 2 needle method. This is the same method that I've used for many of my very popular work out there. Of course, everybody knows I use a size D Nymo. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on this. For bonded, I do not need to use just a small needle. I have a size 12 and a size 12. I'm going to use the size 12 on the double thread. And I'll be going here around. Makes the earrings lighter. We'll be making them super big. Able to do my regular knot that I'm used to doing. But one of my threads will be doubled. One of my threads will only be single. The single thread is the thread that I use to tack down my beads. Like I said, I'll be using sunrise colors. Many of you have mistaken sunrise colors as fire colors. The difference between sunrise colors and fire colors is there's no dark blues, no black. There's basically just orange and reds, yellows, and sometimes white. The thread. What I'm doing right now is knotting my single thread. Down, and I have a nice time. There we go. Hey, Tony. Okay, one needle to the left, one needle to the right. This is a good way of doing your 2-needle method. The needle that I'm going to be putting the beads on will be the double thread. And when we start a heart, a lot of people think that we actually go, you know, we do go in the direction of the heart, but the heart itself is kind of like, you can see the one on top. So we go around this way, and then we come around this way, and we end on top of our first bead over here. And we continue to do that going around. So that way our heart looks even. I'm fine today, Tony. How are you, and how is your beautiful wife? I hope you're both doing well. We had to turn the heater on for the first time last night. We got a little chilled. Of course, we live in, you know, like desert area, and usually it's not been that cold at night. But last night we got a little colder than usual. And anybody that lives in desert area can understand if we get cold at night. My poor little dog Buddy, he's got a serious case of rheumatoid arthritis. And he was whining because, you know, it really hurt for him too. Okay, like I said, one needle to the left, this one's going to the left. I'm picking up my needle on the right, which is single thread. This method, you can string a lot of beads on, and you use your thumb, push your needle or your beads in place, and sorry, I hit my camera, and then you just tack down. I tack down every bead. Some people do every 2 beads, every 3 beads, but I prefer to do every bead. Okay, I wouldn't move my tail. It makes it look nice, clean when you do every bead. We're just going to look good with this box. Maybe that way I'm not hitting it. Thank you to the 3 that are watching. I appreciate you. I will respond. I don't bite. Oh, that's good to hear that she's home and doing good. I'm going to try to do both earrings today. It depends on, because I get pretty tired. Put it down after a while. You're up pretty late, aren't you, Tony? That wasn't a drink. I'm thinking of doing daisies on one side and then just plain on the other. I don't know. We will see how that goes. Okay, I see a bead on here that I don't want. Take it off. Go to wonky looking. And I'm known for being very picky about my beads. It looked like in my beadwork. If they're too chunky looking, I know that, beads are beads, but if they don't look right, I take it off. to the left with that needle. And tacking. Yep, I'm going to have to cut the corners on this pillon so that way I don't get it caught by anything. By my thread, I do that. I should have done it already, but I didn't. Add more beads, of course. Looks like I'm the only one in here. Always love to use the short needle. I know when I first started showing everybody that I bead with the short needles, they were like, "Oh, those are quilting needles." I'm like, "No, they're also beading needles." That was something that they learned, that it's easier to do your beadwork with the short needles. It is for me because I have to work. Okay. It's some of us can't handle the big long needles, and I'm one of them. I have to be in control of my work. I can't use the big needles. Now, when I'm fringing or something like that, that's different. I can use the big needles, or if I'm using a loom, I can use the big long needles. But these, when I'm doing this type known as the embroidery, I have to use the small needles. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Saturday. I know I am. I'm streaming and enjoying the beads. Okay, now coming around. This is the fun part, making sure that I have this one. Don't push it too hard. This one right here on the tip. Many secrets to doing the tip, the corners as they call it. This is how I do my tips and corners. One bead right there so it looks nice and crisp. So getting that needle right up in there. My hand. I'm afraid that I'm going to mess up on that. Looks like I got it pretty good this time. Back to tacking down around the heart. Some people go from the inside out, tacking down. I go from the outside in. As you see, I come up as close to the beads as I can. And come over to the other side, which is really close to the centerpiece, and then bring it down. About making sure that your beadwork hugs each other without bunching them up. You know, one thing you don't want is beadwork that looks lumpy or bumpy. And this is where the 2 needle actually comes in. You know, really. I know how to do 1 needle as well. It is fun. Move my hand. Let me see here now. This way. Friends on TikTok are live, so I don't want to. They're live in Facebook. Chat. There we go. I'm also going to do a dentillion dangle on these horses. had somebody on Facebook asked me to do 3 dangles on the last one that I did, but I had already made the dangles and I didn't want to add another one. These aren't very big. They really are not very big earrings to have a lot of dangle on it. And I thought 2 would be very nice. Yeah, I'm downstairs streaming today on direct line instead of going through Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi does not seem to like me when I stream. Maybe doing this every day here to make sure that I'm streaming pretty good instead of upstairs on the Wi-Fi meeting room. Our townhouse is built kind of odd, so the way that the Wi-Fi works, it's kind of weird. I know we probably need the right out throughout your house so that the Wi-Fi works better. And little antennas or whatever they are. Probably need that. Then that's more money. Once your server provider or whatever it is finds out that you're using them, because some of them have registered to use them, you get charged for it. So I'd rather just go straight through my, service provider and just get their antenna, and it just comes with the package. Like I said, I'm going to be doing nice colors with this. It's going to look very nice. To the left and to the right, so that we don't get mixed up with each other. So that way they're not too much. Hello to the two in chat for watching. Be afraid to say hello. Like I said, I don't bite. Hey, Rob, it's good to see you. Your package should be arriving around Tuesday. And I hope you really like it. Sorry it took me such a long time to get it done. I've, not been well. And had to take some time. Then, it kind of hit in other ways. Hey, Elizabeth. Good to see you. I tried that new feature with everybody, with everybody chatting and it coming up on the screen. It looks pretty cool. I didn't have enough in the chat, in the live chat, to really make it look really good. So I didn't activate it today. I hear the prices of StreamYard are going to go up again. don't know. But if they do, you know, I'm already paying the biggest one I can for my streams. Okay, this is where I go like this and eyeball that. Two, you have to take a third one off because the thread that goes in between the beads brings the beads, you know, expands the beads out a little more. You can understand the science in that. And sometimes it can, you know, fill in for about a good 12 beads when you're going around. And that's why the 2-needle method is really good. Then, of course, patience. You know, you gotta have patience for this. I'm not sure if I told y'all, but I got a new little baby, a little kitten. Her name is, she's black with a white star on her chest. And then Lily says she's very highlight. The frosted tips, whatever. She's beautiful. Yep. Lay my needle to my packing needle down to the left. Bring this over. And right in between. Keep my thread down. Over to the right. And end up breaking the bead. And I don't like breaking, since I just put it down in there. You wouldn't believe how many times they take full beadwork apart just to get to a part that I didn't like. That's going to be fun to find here. They all look the same. I think I can. Down in there. Ooh, it looks like I went through that knot. Yep. About one mistake at a time here. And what I got to do is I've got to pick this side. You can see I didn't pull that through all the way. Might be this one. Go to the next one. Grab one. There's one mistake at a time here. And this is where a lot of you don't understand when I say you don't see my mistake. It could be an off-color bead. It could be where I made the mistake while I was beading. You guys caught this one. It's pretty cool. Looks better on the back. That one gets pushed down. Just like that. This is rose-colored bead, or rose tone. Rose gold tone, whatever. Alrighty. Use 2 tones of red, one lighter, one darker. And try not to lay it together, even though you can see the different colors. Mix them up. That needle to the right, the needle to the left. I'm going to come up. The needle that I put, the bead that I put down in there, as you can see, I'm coming up right at the center part of it. And that's how you should lay your beads, like where the hole of the bead is. There's 7 days in a week. The Creator, 7 days to make the world. We have 1 rose gold and I'm making my own design right now, so bear with me. Six. More red. can see I'm matching it up with the color of the horses. That's what I'm doing. Yes. Let's hope this will work out like this. Let it be a little loose and look too hard. And spread out. What do they call this one? Light line. Gold. On camera, huh? That. Orange. Rose gold. Mommy's over there watching videos. It's 7 That's attacking. Anybody have questions? Said at the beginning of the video that my husband was diagnosed with throat cancer. We won't know what stage until Monday. So he was one of our folks that served during the time of Chernobyl. We can give him some good thoughts, pray, do what we can do, however you talk to the higher power, you know. And I'll be coming on a lot more beading. I'm going to be selling my beadwork. I help pay for the Prevention Center in Salt Lake City. And help with the copay for any medications that you take. you choose the 4 that are still here. I appreciate you watching. Today on my Facebook page, I'm going to more than likely put the link to this video for everybody to comment on for the giveaway of the last pair of earrings I made. I'm downstairs with better connected to Wi-Fi. Yesterday, Wi-Fi pooped on me and becoming a robot. Everybody knows what I mean by that. It's not a robot-y, and my stream started to become very unstable. So I stopped the stream earlier. Looking good. What do you guys think? Does it look pretty good so far? I think. Don't forget to like. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get my notifications. And do share. Share my video. Everything moving everywhere on you, don't they? Yeah, it's looking a little slower. Because I'm having to figure out making sure that my fingers are lay in a place to be. hardest part, but yet it's the fun part. You know, just laying on the wind. Doing that. My beads relax. I was pushing them too hard. Oh. Sometimes the type of pillow that I use is kind of hard to go through. I'm like really struggling with it because I get the pillow that's pretty stiff, and that is usually the one that, you know, is known for the iron-on type, like a really stiff pillow. I don't like the fluffy pillow. It's too thick. And sometimes I think because of its thickness, and then you turn around and you add beads onto it, it can make your earrings heavy. Yep, it's time to trim those ends because it's a little bit. Anyway. Make sure I don't cut my thread while I'm doing this. Perfect. Usually I have this already. Sorry, I pulled it off the screen. I'm notorious for that, working off the screen sometimes because you're not on the screen. Thank you, Susan. Pick my needle up here and put a knot in it. I've been known to do that. Pretty good. Bring it up so you can see it. Putting the rose gold in between is nice too. Needle's trying to run away. Maybe I dropped it. My hand was my hands are starting to ache. Look at Stitch Edge turned out really nice on the earrings yesterday. And those earrings, the price instead of give them away, they go for $100 to $105. And that's because I used a little bit of sterling on it. Yellow. This story. That way, get them to lay straight. You don't count the bottom where the tip is. Consider that a bead alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 6, 7, 8, sure that it's all gonna line up even on both sides. Okay. Those on, went by with the orange. Okay. Right. This golden. Red. Like I said, this is called Sunrise Colors. Move the needle. Adjusting. I gotta adjust it again. Oops, not quite as you. Thank you for the 2 who are still here. I appreciate you being here. So nice. Now look at it this way so that I can see it. Because the horses are laying, you know, they're not video, making sure that my rose golds are matching up with each other and the sections are sectioned right. It's already been on for an hour and 11 minutes. I know I don't stream often anymore. I try to come on every day for a while, so you can see what I'm up to, what I'm making, how I'm making it. I've still got a hat I've got to finish, beading the brim of the hat. Probably bring that on live. It'll be fun to try to do live because I have to keep it on, you know, the hat horn. It's not a hat stand, it's called a hat horn. Okay, Susan, you have a good one. One of my OGs. Who are still here, appreciate you. I just get so relaxed when I'm beading and I just start, you know, leaning backwards and then I go off screen. My thread came off my needle. Come on. I know I shared my video with quite a few people already on their messenger. And I think that's how Rob came in. I probably should have shared it on Discord. My gaming family, I still play Guild Wars 2. I'm right now. Just poke the heck out of his eye. Pull. Do that. If it's red, the needle tell me, don't touch it. Two and come on, thread. 6. Too hard. I almost pulled out the size 15 with the bead around this, and I was like, oh heck no, I don't think my eyes can do that today. Those are some tiny beads. I usually do those with my little beaded hat. Everything else gets a nice size 11 or a size 10 bead. If I can find them, size 12. I love a good size 12. Because it's the bead that's not too small and not too big. The only way to find them is through like a big filter. Using these techniques. And more and more. Just might need just right. Loose enough for the thread to be in between. Like that. Whoa. don't know if you can hear the thread going through the pellon. Okay. Single thread off. I didn't see to bring in any of my pliers downstairs. Against everything there. One more time. Stay. I need to add a new thread. This one off. Put it in my cat can, trash can that looks like a kitty cat. So I call it my cat can. So, thinking of doing the light red all the way around instead of the dark. Maybe the dark red because it'll help the light red come out. Yeah, we'll do that. Then while I'm sitting here thinking about that, I think I'm going to go through my little mirror and edge it. Use it cheap. Maybe with the dark red. I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll bring some hammers now we're here. Which one should I use? Looks really pretty. Those colors. Okay, I'll get it figured out. But I think maybe I'm just going to go ahead and end it here. It's almost an hour and a half in. I will more than likely come back tomorrow with edging these, and I will already have the day with me. But over here to my Facebook. Everybody will get to see the actual color of my beads because I'm very disappointed in it. Let's see here now. See if I can get it to load. All right, and rewind it. All right. But anyway, I'm going to share a screen. I think that's the share screen. Let's see, Windows. Chrome tab, that's what I want. But share. But this is my, and that's the end of the share. But that's what the purple looked like. Everybody couldn't see the purple too well yesterday. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with my, my poor connection that I had. But with that, everybody, may y'all be blessed. I love you. Y'all have a good time, a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow if you feel like coming to watch, maybe around the same time. Y'all have a great time in YouTube or whatever you're doing today. See ya.